Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're diving into how to take control of your finances and embrace an extremely frugal lifestyle. Whether you're trying to get out of debt, save for a big goal, or simply live with more financial freedom, these 10 steps can help transform your mindset and spending habits. These are not about pinching pennies or making small sacrifices. They focus on big, impactful actions that can save you thousands in the long run. Step 1. Find out where your money really goes. The first step in any financial overhaul is understanding exactly where your money is going. Gather your bank statements, credit card bills, and other financial records from the last 3 months. It's crucial to get a clear picture of your spending because many of us have a skewed perception of how much we're actually spending. You might think you're being frugal, but when you look closely, you may discover unnecessary expenses sneaking in. Step 2. Define your frugal sweet spot. Next, you need to determine what frugality means to you. Frugality is not one size fits all. Someone living in a high-cost country like the US might think spending $3,000 a month is frugal, while someone in a country like Thailand might live comfortably on $300 a month. The key is to figure out what amount works for your lifestyle, keeping in mind that frugality doesn't mean depriving yourself. It's about balance. For example, in my case, living in Finland, I manage my expenses under $1,000 a month, which allows me to live comfortably and still invest in things that matter to me, like education. Step 3. The art of sacrifice. Living an extremely frugal lifestyle requires making sacrifices. It's not possible to continue living the same way while expecting drastic savings. After reviewing your expenses, decide what you're willing to let go. Do you really need that daily coffee from Starbucks? Or could you brew it at home? Do you need to eat out multiple times a week? Or can you meal prep? Understand your needs versus wants and decide what's truly essential. For example, I love traveling, but instead of splurging on trips to expensive countries, I prioritize less costly destinations or skip certain trips altogether. Step 4. Monthly money checkup. Once you've gotten a handle on your finances, it's important to regularly check in on them. At the end of each month, review your expenses and track your progress. Over time, this will become easier, and you may even find yourself being too frugal and needing to give yourself permission to spend on things that add value to your life. Regularly checking your expenses will keep you accountable and ensure that your financial habits remain aligned with your goals. Step 5. Stop buying useless stuff. One of the most important habits you can adopt is to stop buying unnecessary things. This is where the real savings come in. Think about how much stuff you already own. Do you really need more? Most of the time, the answer is no. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or can I live without it? By breaking the habit of impulsive shopping, you'll save a significant amount of money in the long term. I'm thankful for my younger self for not succumbing to peer pressure to buy things I didn't need. Because of that, I now enjoy a sense of financial freedom and flexibility. Step 6. Reduce your living costs. Big moves lead to big savings. Take a hard look at your living situation and ask yourself, do you really need to live in the city or neighborhood you're in? Could you downsize to a smaller place or move to a less expensive area? For example, living in a city like Helsinki is far more expensive than living in a smaller Finnish town. While relocating isn't an overnight change, it can have a massive impact on your finances over the long term. Similarly, if you live in cities like New York or San Francisco, consider whether the higher living costs are truly worth it. Step 7. Do it yourself. You can save a lot of money by learning how to do things yourself rather than paying for services. For example, instead of paying someone to fix a small rip in my pants, I learned how to sew and fixed them myself. However, Know your limits. Some things, like repairing a washing machine, are better left to professionals. But for many tasks, learning a new skill can save you money and give you a sense of accomplishment. Step 8. Stop overspending on new things. One of the most effective ways to save money is to buy secondhand items whenever possible. Whether it's clothes, furniture, or household items, buying used can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. There are great platforms like Facebook Marketplace and eBay that make finding secondhand items easy. Not only does this habit save money, but it also promotes sustainability by reducing waste. However, when it comes to more expensive items like electronics, I prefer to buy them new for the warranty and reliability. Step 9. Cut car expenses. Car expenses can take up a large portion of your budget, so it's worth considering whether you really need a car. Could you walk, bike, or use public transportation instead? If owning a car is necessary, think about how you can reduce costs. Could you switch to a more fuel-efficient model or lower your insurance premiums? Also, avoid going into debt to buy a car that's beyond your budget. Think critically about your needs versus the social pressure to drive a nicer car. Step 10. Prioritize your efforts. When it comes to saving money, it's important to focus on the big wins. Don't waste hours negotiating small discounts on utilities if you're not already tackling the larger expenses. For example, I once spent hours trying to lower my phone bill by a couple of dollars a month. In hindsight, that time could have been better spent focusing on larger savings opportunities. Make sure you're prioritizing the most impactful changes first. By following these 10 steps, you'll be well on your way to embracing a frugal lifestyle and gaining control over your finances. Remember, frugality isn't about deprivation. It's about making intentional choices that allow you to live a life of financial freedom. Take small steps at first, focus on the areas that matter most, and watch as your savings grow over time. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay kind and meaningful on your own beautiful financial journey.